Hosey.
What if? What if we could forget all of our worries? What if we never had to care about what anyone else had to say? What if we always got to do what we wanted to do, not what anybody else wanted us to do? It'd be pretty awesome, right? I don't know anyone who would say any differently. I mean, it's a no-brainer. No school to keep up with, no work to tire us out. Everything would go according to our plan and would give us all the time in the world to just kick back and do whatever the hell we wanted. Like this man right here, he is unbothered, moisturized, happy, in his lane, and focused and flourishing. But I want you to think again. What if we never touched that supposedly hot stove? What if we never got out of that toxic relationship? What if our strength and our character were never challenged again? And we never learned. We never knew. When we ask ourselves what if, we are conjuring a hypothetical scenario where we explore the possibilities of what really could be. Without the experiences that we endure and learn from throughout our lives, we'd all be living in a bubble. We miss 100% of the shots we don't take. Wayne Gretzky. A quote by Michael Scott. 27 years ago, my mom was pregnant with my older brother, Brendan. He was 6 pounds and had tiny little feet, according to my mom. Unfortunately, he died soon after he was delivered. Naturally, as humans, we tend to feel angry or overwhelmed when things just don't go our way. Whether that be an unexpected broken leg, loss of a job, or the end of a relationship. We never see it coming, nor does it ever really hit us for a while. However, these are all obstacles that are ultimately out of our control. It is important to experience sadness. It's only natural. But it's equally as important to understand and move on from the sadness to make room for more happiness. Four years after the miscarriage, they adopted my brother, James Nicholas Shabanov Hosey, from Russia. 4.5 years ago, after the adoption of James, they adopted me from Chongqing, China. I was my mom's 39th birthday present, and when she got me, I had a red ribbon tied around my butt, according to her. I don't know much about my past prior to my adoption, other than the fact that I was found on the steps of the adoption agency when I was around 2 months old. Growing up, my family always celebrated our differences and how culturally diverse we were. Only thing is, everyone who basically wasn't us didn't understand it quite as much. When my friends would find out I was adopted, they'd look at me straight in the eyes and they'd say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Did you know?" Now, I want you guys to take a look at this family photo of all 23 members of my family, and I want you to guess which one I am. Yeah, you guessed it. Right there. That is me in all my tan glory. Are you okay? Who are your real parents? Okay, first of all, yes. I mean, I was too young to really give it much thought, but yes, I was okay for the most part. I never really saw it as a problem per se. Second of all, if there's anything I've learned from this adoption experience, it's that we really dislike the use of the word real and prefer biological. The people who raised me, loved me, and take care of me are my real parents, regardless of blood or DNA. From pre-K to 3rd grade, I attended a small little Catholic private school run by nuns and farmers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kind of whack, you know? But it was a cute whack. We took Chinese Mandarin classes, and one day we were learning how to use chopsticks as a lesson. My mom, being the most culturally embracive of all of us, she taught me how to use chopsticks at a very young age. So, as you can probably guess, I was the chopstick god in that class, and I ran circles around everybody. However, what they did next was shocking. They asked for my help, but just for the sole reason that they thought I could do it only because I was Chinese. Next thing you know, they're all running around, pushing their eyes back, and saying, "Ching chong!" Now, to a 7-year-old girl, I didn't really know any better than to just go along with the joke. I didn't understand why it was racist, or why I had that funny little feeling in my stomach that something was wrong. As far as I knew, I was just a Chinese American girl trying to make a living. It wasn't until recently that I started struggling with my identity. I had no idea who I was, if I was meant to be a doctor, be lactose intolerant, or I had a weird uncle. Hell, I wasn't even 100% sure what race I was. I took a 23andMe test a couple months ago, and every now and then the results change because of their advancing technology. Now, I'm currently 98% Chinese, but every couple months I'm Mongolian, and then the next I'm Japanese and Korean. I really had no clue who I was, but the only thing on my mind was, what if? What if I was raised by my biological family? I wouldn't have to endure all the racism and the cruel jokes. I would be with people who understood me, who shared my blood. I started to hate everything I was and wished I had a normal life. Normal eyes, parents that looked like me. Oh, how the kids would never make any jokes about me. And they would never say anything about me. Never call me names or ask me really weird questions. But to be completely honest, I hated myself more. That even for a split second, I wanted a different life than the one that was given to me. A life that was provided and filled with love for me by complete strangers. I mean, what says I love you more than that? Who am I now? A straight-A student, an artist, a lover of all things jazz, a graduate. I came to learn that I don't need blood or DNA to help define who I am. The decisions I make, the people I hang around with, and the love I give shape me to be the person that I constantly pondered about. As a result, I've grown into a stronger, more confident person. Because of the one-child policy implemented in 1980, many families were abandoning baby girls in order to try for a son. In 2004, 95% of the adoptees from China were female, and the other 5%, well, they were male. This policy was lifted in 2015 and has been upgraded to a glorious 2-child policy. 7,038 babies were adopted that year. 7,038 babies grow up elsewhere and are left to always wonder, what if? 7,038 babies to discover who they are and to grow into amazing people with hidden pasts. Thank you for listening. Have a lovely day.